Hey, we're back, and hopefully those linear equations went pretty well so far. So we're going to look at some harder ones now, as promised, because, too much video is not enough. What we want to do when we have equations with fractions, we don't want fractions. We've got fractions, we don't want fractions. We're going to get around that by multiplying every term by every denominator, right? Until all those denominators cancel out, and we're left with equations without fractions. So let's see how that works. First one here. What I'm going to do, multiply everything by 3. Now, if I go 3 times all of this, my 3's cancel, right? Multiply that by 3. That means I get 4x minus 6 equals 30. Right, that's easy enough to solve. That's much better than the fraction. Okay, notice that we don't have that 3 there anymore, right, because I've cancelled, multiplied everything, right, left-hand side, right-hand side by the same amount, doesn't change the relationship between those things, so 4x minus 6 equals 30, 4x, right, we're adding 6 to both sides, gets rid of that term, is 30 plus 6, I'm just going to say that equals 36, right, because I can do that, 4x equals 36, and I could say x equals 36 over 4, but hey, come on, we're big people. X equals 9, right? 36 divided by 4 equals 9. So check if that's right. 4 lots of 9 equals 36 minus 6 is 30 divided by 3 equals 10. All good. It's first one done. Second one here. 2 fractions, 5 and 12 as our denominators. Multiply everything by 5. Okay, that's going to give me 3 equals 5 outside of x plus 1 all over 12. Right, notice I didn't do 5 times over 5. Right, they've cancelled already. 3 equals this. Still got a fraction. Multiply everything by 12. That gives me 3 lots of 12 is, let's say 3 lots of 12. It's 36, but 3 lots of 12 equals 5 outside of x plus 1. Okay, I don't need to say over 12 times 12. They've cancelled. Right, now, let's expand this a little bit more. 36 equals 5x plus, not 1, plus 5. Expand correctly. A little bit of magic here. I'm going to swap everything around. I'm going to make this my left-hand side. Let's pretend 5x plus 5 equals 36. Of course, they're equal. But then I'm going to take 5 away from both sides. So I'm going to say 5x equals 31. X equals 31 over 5. And I'm done. That's my answer. If I substitute that back in, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, if you want to check that, better check it with a calculator probably, because we've got those fractions now. Let's have a look at a couple more. This time, being careful, yes, I've got a couple of fractions. I've also got terms that aren't fractions. Too bad, we're going to multiply everything by 5 and everything by 3. So, multiply everything by 5 first. And I get 4b minus 5. Right, I've multiplied both those things by 5, not 20b. Right, I've cancelled that 5 there. Minus 1 times 5 is minus 5. Now, this gives me 5b over 3. Plus 5 sixes are 30. Right, we're a bit better than we're in a better situation than we were. Now I've only got 1 fraction. Now I'm going to multiply everything by 3. That gives me 12b minus 15 equals 5b plus 90. Right, I've multiplied every one of those terms by 3. Means I've got no fractions left. Now I'm going to subtract 5b from both sides. And I'm going to add 15 to both sides. Okay, that gets all my variables on the left and all of my constants on the right. This means 7b equals 105. b equals 105 divided by 7. That equals 15. Alright, feel free to use your calculator there if you need. 105 divided by 7 equals 15. If you got a decimal or something, leave it as a fraction, right? 7 15's 105. Cool, this is going to be a long video. Let's look at the next one. All right, next one here, 2 fractions. I don't want fractions. I'm going to multiply every term by 7 and every term by 2. So, do this first. 2x times 7, 2x on 7 times 7 is 2x, plus 7x over 2 equals, now I'm going to multiply by 7, that's negative 42. Multiply everything by 2 now, and I get 4x. Keep getting 4x. 4x plus 7x, not 14x, right? I'm cancelling that 2 on the bottom, right? Top notch. 4x plus 7x equals, 2 lots of this, negative 84. Negative 84, that's good. Add these 2 things together, and I get 11x equals negative 84, and x equals negative 84 over 11. Okay, I can't simplify that. I don't want to express it as a mixed number. Negative 84 over 11. If you're not sure, if you're not happy with that answer, if you think maybe you've got it wrong, you can substitute it back in, but I would definitely be using my calculator to do that, right, to check that I got the right answer. It's going to be pretty scruffy. It's going to be a recurring decimal. But I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty confident with the steps there. Enough practice, and you will be too. That's the end. Right, that's our second video for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in class.